This episode focuses on a set of 6 practices I've been using that work together synergistically with the goal of activating the parasympathetic nervous system to get out of the fight or flight, fear-based and reactive sympathetic nervous system. With so much coming at us in life, so many stressors from all directions it seems, we can get stuck in the sympathetic nervous system. But we're not meant to live in constant overstimulation of our emergency, dodge the tiger system. We're meant to live most of our life in the realm of the parasympathetic, rest and digest system. And this is the state of creative flow, relaxation, calm, and balance. It's a state where we can access kindness, compassion, love, inner peace, awareness, gratitude, and connection. These 6 essential practices are all supported by science and have been used by humanity for thousands of years. I've given them the acronym KIMANA to make it easier to remember and to pull them together into one holistic word as a reflection of their synergistic qualities. KIMANA stands for kindness, inspiration, which is breathwork and creative awakening, meditation, awareness, nature, and activity. Kimana, as a name, is associated with the butterfly and its symbology of transformation, rebirth, and new beginnings. All of these 6 practices have been and continue to be deeply helpful to me on my path of personal development. As someone with an overreactive nervous system to begin with, KIMANA has made a major difference in my life in terms of my ability to handle stress, my focus, personal awareness, and even my ongoing efforts to make my dreams and goals a reality. In the context of Vita COLITUR, creating our lives as the ultimate art, these practices can assist in the conscious cultivation of our vision of what we want to be, have, and do in the world. Last but not least, KIMANA practices are known to have a wide range of benefits for physical health as well. Welcome to Vita COLITUR. I'm Lynn Morgan Rosser. I hope you will join me in learning about these 6 practices, 2 of which I've already introduced on this channel in other videos. Both the kindness practice and the mini workshop on abdominal breathing are already up. I'm really grateful that you're here today, and if you find this content to be valuable to you, please remember to like this video, subscribe, and share the channel with people you think might resonate with it. And also, I have a free PDF download that you can get with the practices and benefits of KIMANA as a gift to you. Links to my Ko-fi page, where you can get that, are in the description box and the QR code on your screen. Before I get into some detail on each practice, as this is only the second longer form video for this channel, I'd like to go ahead and give a quick reminder about the format. Every episode will focus on a topic, which will sometimes contain excerpts from interviews I've had with some brilliant artists and creatives I know, or it might just be me, like this time. There will also be a creative expression of the main topic, which will take the form of a short sound meditation demo I recorded to see if you like that kind of thing. And at the end of the video, I'll give out challenges for this episode's content, both practical and creative. I think we're all creatives, so I encourage everyone to give both of those a try. KIMANA practices are simple ways to achieve a balanced state of being. The relaxed state is known to be desirable for creative thinking and flow, and can give us a stronger sense of self-sovereignty and control over our lives and how we respond to the world. We can make better, more aligned choices in the parasympathetic state. In addition, being creative and making art can also put us into a flow state with an activated parasympathetic nervous system. So doing the practices can set us up for inspired creative flow, and doing the work we are inspired to do continues the healthy, focused calm of our rest and digest parasympathetic system. That's the kind of feedback loop I like to find myself in. So let's get into it. Here are the 6 practices. K is for the kindness practice. I have a whole video on this already up. It is episode 1, and I'll have both that full video and the shorter video of the 7 steps of the kindness practice linked here. If you're interested, you can go back and watch those for the details. This practice is about self-kindness, compassion, and love, which in turn allows us to be more open and fully kind, compassionate, and loving to others. So I'll put up a quick summary of the 7 steps of the kindness practice on your screen for you now. And again, please check out the kindness practice on episode 1 for a step-by-step guide. I is for inspiration. The root word of inspiration is the Latin verb inspirare, which means to breathe into or to inspire. The word's meaning has evolved from the literal act of breathing to how we normally think of it today as having a spark of creative fire or a sense of deep purpose. What KIMANA practices do is regulate the autonomic nervous system. This is the neurological state most conducive to that creative spark and sense of meaning and purpose. Inspiration, then, in the context of KIMANA, is partly about breath work, learning how to do deep abdominal breaths so that we shift our bodies over into the parasympathetic nervous system. Again, I have a mini workshop on exactly how to do that already up on the channel, and that is linked here. I'm going to do a part 2 for breathwork on specific breathing techniques that can further your experience with breathwork, so please watch for that in the upcoming weeks. Breathwork is integral to the kindness practice, to meditation, and to awareness, which is another word for mindfulness. So, learning the simple techniques of breathwork sets us up to succeed at several of the 6 practices, as well as being a practice in and of itself. The numerous benefits of breathwork are detailed in the mini workshop, so I hope you watch that if you haven't already. The practice of inspiration in KIMANA also refers to creative awakening. Research shows that the act of shifting into the parasympathetic state allows you to open up your creative channels. Being in creative flow also activates the parasympathetic nervous system, so really it's a wonderful cyclical kind of thing. We will look at creative inspiration some more in an upcoming video as well, where I asked brilliant creative artists I know how they find their inspirations. I have so much content to give through this channel, but one thing at a time. M is for meditation, and also music. I'm going to walk through the steps of doing a basic meditation in just a minute. Breathwork, again, is very important for meditation, and I put music in parentheses here too, as listening to calming music has been shown to lower heart rates. Adding calm, ambient music or soundscapes to your meditation practice can be an effective method to bring on a relaxed state. The kind of music you listen to is important. Just because you like a certain type of music or a particular artist doesn't mean that music will help your nervous system calm down. Music is an emotional activator. It can stimulate and energize the body and mind, activate all types of emotions, including negative ones. So music is included with the meditation practice, referring to a specific type of music that is soothing, calming, ambient, and harmonious. It doesn't have to be boring, but it should serve to relax you and create a background sense of calm during your meditation. Listening to this type of music while you are doing other activities may help to regulate your nervous system on its own as well, especially if you associate it with meditation and relaxation. Here is an easy meditation practice to get you started quickly if you don't already have one. This is a breath-focused meditation. And here's what to do. Step 1. Set aside some time free from distractions so you can close your eyes for the duration of the meditation. If you're using this to help you sleep, disregard the last step and enjoy your rest. Step 2. Get comfortable. You can be sitting in a chair or on the floor or lying down. Just get into a position where you're able to relax and remain comfortable while you meditate. Step 3. Take deep abdominal breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, which will stimulate the vagus nerve and begin bringing your parasympathetic nervous system online. Step 4. Focus on the sensation of each breath. Feel the expansion of inhalation and the release of exhalation. Notice any tension your body has and breathe into it, releasing any tightness or stress with the exhale. Step 5. If thoughts come up, let them go. They're like clouds drifting by in the sky. And step 6. Come back to your day. To complete the meditation, simply open your eyes and take a moment to adjust. Get up slowly and ground yourself by drinking some water and enjoy your relaxed, parasympathetic state. And that's it. Simple. A, for awareness. Awareness practice, or mindfulness, means being in a state of non-judgmental, present moment-by-moment observation and awareness. We just looked at that in the breath-focused meditation a moment ago. That would count as a mindfulness meditation as well. So you can see again how these practices are synergistic and work together. So awareness practice encourages you to be in the now moment. It is also a sensation of connection with the world around us, extending our senses out into the world and simply being, feeling, noticing, and allowing in an attitude of acceptance. Awareness practice is gentle, calm, and receptive. The world unfolds around us in the now moment. It can be applied to everyday activities like being fully present for a meal, the tastes, textures, sensations, and pleasure of eating. We can take moments while we work to simply pause, feel our bodies in our chairs, and take deep cleansing breaths. Hear the sounds around us. Feel the currents in the air or smell whatever scents are floating around us and notice the pressure of our feet on the ground. Moments of mindfulness can reset our ability to focus, reduce stress, and rev up our creative juices by just relaxing into whatever is happening at the time of our awareness break. Mindfulness can be a source of inspiration and detail for artists and creators as well. Being fully present and observing the details of things around us can lead to better sensory writing or visual inspiration, can open our minds to a whole new observation of beauty or insight. Awareness practice can, once again, shift us into our parasympathetic nervous system and out of fight or flight. So to practice mindfulness, be aware of how you can arrange your life to focus on one thing at a time. Multitasking may be a requirement of your job or of your life, but when you have control over your time, try doing just one thing. Just read. Just do the dishes. Just go for a walk without any other stimulation than the great outdoors. Just be. N, for nature. Speaking of the great outdoors, taking time to be in the presence of the beauty of nature in whatever way you can be deeply grounding, calming, and healing. The wildness of nature can pull us outside of our formal boxes, take us down less traveled roads, and inspire in us a sense of awe and connection to that which is far greater than ourselves. Nature can be deeply healing and calming. We can find ways to connect to the natural world that are safe and bring us to a state of calm, like watching ocean waves come in and hearing the pulse of their breath-like rhythm, feeling the gentle pressure and release in the atmosphere as they roll in and recede, smelling the salt brine and feeling the breezes play in our hair. Maybe a cool mist touches our skin. The sunlight sparkles and iridescent colors dance over the waters, while the sky's blue dome and drifting clouds pull the eye into infinity. We can practice mindful awareness in nature, observe it, stretch our senses into it, and expand outward to follow the bird calls and hear the breeze through the trees in the distance. Watch them sway while squirrels chase each other down branches and trunks. All this to say, connecting with nature can be a profound, inspirational, beautiful experience. It can ground us into our bodies, help us to get out of our heads and inhabit our flesh and bones and feel into our world as part of the immense web of life. Watch the stars at night, stare back at the dragon eye moon, hug a tree, smell the wildflowers, grow a garden, step barefoot on the grass, and walk a new path home. A, for activity. Nature is a great way to get out and get active. My family used to do some impressive daytime hikes when I was growing up in the Colorado Rockies. Even so, getting enough exercise and living an active lifestyle is something that I've struggled with and had even built up a lot of resistance to. In the last several months, however, I've managed to develop a consistent morning routine of getting up, getting a drink of water, and then laying down a yoga mat. I then do various exercises, some days more than others, but if the mat goes down on the floor, I consider it a win, and I always do some amount of movement, stretches, and exercise every day. My streak remains unbroken so far since the end of last December. I'm going to do a mini workshop video on establishing habits, and I will share with you the details of how I managed to become a person who exercises every day. I'm proud of myself for breaking that lifelong resistance, and I found it to be very good for my overall health and sense of well-being. I like taking the long view of it. If I can do this every day, that's 365 short workouts that I would have otherwise simply not done. I'm sure there are people listening who are very good at getting out there and doing active things. I would love to hear your favorite things to do. Maybe you'll inspire me to give it a try too. So feel free to comment in the comment section and let me know what kind of activity brings you the most joy. I'm looking at step goals for my next activity habit, and I'll get more goal-oriented with the morning routine as well, making sure I actually do enough exercise each time. I've also had the pleasure of walking around a lake recently with a friend a couple of times, and it's really motivating to have someone to connect with to do that. So find a partner for your activity. It will give a bit of extra accountability too, if you're committed to meet someone else for it. The lake is a lovely connection with nature, and it's near an old church, an outdoor labyrinth walk, and the lake is a refuge for all kinds of waterfowl, so it's a very rich experience. Indoor activity is helpful too. As I sit at my computer a lot, I'm learning to get up and take step and stretch breaks every so often, which really helps my focus and ability to get my work done. Too much sitting is definitely something I am combating this year. Movement as self-expression can be part of the activity practice. A really fun and beautiful way to incorporate movement is to put on music you love and just dance. Depending on the music you choose, it could be aerobic or gentle and fluid, whatever makes you feel good. Dance like nobody's watching and have fun. Tai Chi, yoga, and Qigong are other popular movement forms that would really fit this aspect of Kimana very well. So you get the idea. Incorporating physical activity regularly into your day and week is an excellent way to care for both your physical and mental health, and can bring you into that state of the parasympathetic nervous system. So here are some of the specific benefits of Kimana practices. KIMANA can reduce stress and decrease blood pressure, can help to control anxiety, can help you gain a greater understanding of yourself, can help you have better focus and lengthen your attention span, can awaken your creative mind, can have an overall benefit for emotional and mental health, and it's free. Those are just some of the benefits. There are others as well. So here's a quick guide to the 6 practices of KIMANA. I'm going to put them on your screen. And again, I do have that free PDF that you can go and get at my Ko-fi site. Up next is part 2, the creative expression section of the episode. And if this content is resonating with you, please remember to like, subscribe, and share. As a very new, very small channel, it is incredibly helpful to me. I'm giving you this demo quality sound meditation I created for this episode using my crystal singing bowls and vocals. And if you want, take the next few minutes to relax and practice deep breathing. Let your thoughts drift by and see how the music and the calm breath makes you feel. So here it is, Sound Meditation 1. And now for part 3, the challenges. The first up is the practical challenge, the KIMANA scorecard. Take the letters of KIMANA and put them vertically on a piece of paper or in your journal if you use one. Letter by letter, assess whether or not you have already integrated these practices into your life on a regular or daily basis. Next to the letter, put the approximate number of times you participate in the practice during the week. Do you do them all? How frequently? The next part of the challenge is to take the ones you aren't doing regularly and find an anchor point for them during each day or on several days during the week. Anchor points are places that you can attach a new habit to habits that you're already doing. It's also called habit stacking. I found that to be a really effective way of establishing new practices in my life. The goal is to live primarily from the parasympathetic state, and each of these practices trains us to return to that state with all the benefits of lowered stress and greater focus and creativity. For the creative challenge, I'd like you to set aside some time to work on a project, either one you already have or a new one, whatever you like. But take 10 to 15 minutes prior to working on it to activate your parasympathetic nervous system. When you feel that downshift into a calmer state, begin to work on your project for the amount of time you've set aside. When you finish, take a moment to reflect on how you felt during the creative session. Did activating your parasympathetic nervous system help you in any way? Were you able to focus? Did you find a sense of creative flow? What was your experience with this? If you had difficulty getting yourself into a calmer state, perhaps work with the 6 methods for a while, or KIMANA, to begin consciously getting into the parasympathetic nervous state and then revisit this exercise. The goal is to create while being in the parasympathetic nervous system state, and then become aware of how that state impacted your creative session. Well, that's it for episode 2. I hope you will give the KIMANA practices a try and see how they can benefit your life. For me, I've noticed that the more I do them, the better I feel, and that my day-to-day experience, as well as my creative life, have become richer, calmer, and more productive. Thank you so much for being here with me. I wish you a beautiful, kind, creative time until I see you again on Vita COLITUR.